The Seahawks have won back-to-back games, but the Giants come to town winners of 4 straight. Hello, 12s. I'm Jen Mueller with a preview of Seattle's matchup against the Giants presented by Safeway. Now, there is no question that when it comes to stopping New York, it starts with stopping the run. It's something the Seahawks defense has gotten better at the last couple of weeks, but this will be a real test.
Obviously, you love the challenge because that's what it's going to be all about. Obviously, they got a special running back, and the quarterback is equally a very big threat in the running game. So you understand the challenge, you know the responsibilities are going to have to take place. The big thing with them is you just got to be consistent.
That's because they average about 173 rushing yards a game, good for second most in the league. They're led by Saquon Barkley. He is one of 4 running backs in the league who leads their team in rushing yards and receptions. His 906 yards from scrimmage are the most in the NFL.
He has everything. You know, he's got power and he's got speed and he's got tremendous elusiveness and his tackle breaking ability is, as good as anybody that plays the game. And so he poses as the ultimate threat. A really good catcher, coming out of the backfield. I think he's their leading receiver as well. They're using him in every way that they can, and it makes it really difficult. He's got real style. He's got real style about him. He's got great flexibility, and his lateral movement is tremendous, and his burst is great. So this is as hard as it gets.
It's not just Barkley running the rock. Quarterback Daniel Jones can run too. He earned Player of the Week honors last week for a performance that included 202 passing yards and 107 rushing yards.
There's designed runs that are styled for the quarterback to get on the edge that aren't just the kind of the classic read option thing. They're running him up in the line of scrimmage, same. So they've created a number of ways that he can hurt you. So he's good enough to do it. Daniel's always made long runs. Ever since he's been in the league, his rookie year, he had some big plays and he's had some tremendous carries and stuff. So this is nothing new for him. I think that the commitment to it is really clear, and how they tailored it to fit the rest of their game, it makes it really hard.
The Giants are probably having similar conversations about stopping the Hawks' run game that averages 5.5 yards a carry, most in the league, and a rookie that has tallied 265 rushing yards in 2 starts, with a comparable running style to Saquon.
They both have actually similar styles, just guys who, again, have great vision, set up blocks. You think he's going one way, he's really setting you up so he can bounce it back. And explosive. Once the hole opens up, they can hit it. They home runs. You see it's like 5, then 60. Maybe a 10, then 70. So it's like you got to be patient. It's really one of those it's about who can really do right longer and just be disciplined.
Seattle has rushed for more than 100 yards in 5 straight games. But for as prevalent as the ground game has been, there's been a lot of variety and balance.
I think we're an offense that takes whatever it is that a defense gives us. We can be explosive if we want. We can hold the ball if we want. But I think that speaks volumes because there's going to be games like how we played last week where you go against an explosive team who's always going to want the ball in their hands, and you got to be able to learn how to take time off the clock. And then there's going to be times where if we score too fast, you allow the offenses to come on the field faster. But if we're able to have a 4-minute drive, we can be able to score fast on that, or we can hold the ball for the whole entire game. We're trying to be complete in everything that it is that we do.
The offense has maintained a steady upward trajectory since week 3, and they could be counting more on Marquise Goodwin to continue that trend. He is coming off his most impactful game as a Seahawk, which is perfect timing with the injury to DK Metcalf.
Marquise, he gives us that explosive threat down the field. He's also, got a lot of ability to run, different routes, and he can be a gadget guy. He can do a bunch of things. He's tremendously, just well-rounded in his game and the things he can do. And so he's given us an added element of speed. He also gives us just another weapon in the pass game, as well as another threat, another deep threat.
For years, Pete Carroll has emphasized you can't win the game until the 4th quarter. The Giants embody that philosophy more than any other team this year. Jones leads the NFL with 5 game-winning drives and 4 fourth-quarter comebacks.
What we know is they're going to have the belief. They're going to have the mindset that they know they can finish a game and win it, and that gets stronger and feeds off of itself. And that's a really tremendous asset to have when you know that you're going to finish well, and those games are to be had, you know. And so, you know, there is no time when this is over. You got to go. It's 60 minutes plus, and so we have to be geared for it.
If it's a fourth quarter game, then that's just one more chance for us to go and prove who we are, and you know, we'll be rallying behind the 12s and going to make plays all day.
That's a preview of the Seahawks game against the Giants, presented by Safeway. Kickoff is set for 1:25. You can watch that game on Fox 13 or listen on the Seahawks Radio Network.